Everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. I'm so sorry I'm a few minutes late. Now, I'm always late, but today I actually have a legitimate reason why I'm late, and that's because my chickens outside were making the biggest possible noise because they decided they're scared of the wind. It was just the wind, but I thought I better just check to make sure nothing else is going on because they're all shrieking their heads off. But it turns out, just not a fan of the wind. So anyway, are the perils of owning chickens, which is it's their fault that I'm late, is what I'm saying here. So how is everyone's Saturday? How is everyone doing? What are we chatting? What are we drinking? And all of that good stuff. I've got plenty of time tonight, so we can keep going until we get through all of the questions. And there's so many of you here already, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I always forget to do the housekeeping, so let's do that first before I get told off for not doing all of that first. So let's start by saying, here on Mad About Skin, we do these live streams every single week, 6 p.m. UK time, which is 7 p.m. East. Wait there, let me start that again. 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, as so we're in the middle of the night when it comes to Australia and New Zealand. So there we have it. Can't even get my words out today, which isn't a good start. So this week has been super busy. I've been packaging lots and lots of orders for the Mad About Skincare line. Finally managed to get sorted some of the shipping issues from the original launch. That's all resolved now, and all the products on their way to people. So it kind of feels like a really good thing. It's taken a lot of work, but we feel like it's in a really good place, which is fantastic. And the exciting thing is we signed off all the packaging and all the stuff for the new larger size body moisturizer, which is going to be coming at some point in the future. Because of the whole international shipping situation at the moment, I'm not going to promise any particular dates. It's just gonna, it's on its way. It's on its way. And it's thanks to Christina, who actually gave me the idea of creating this product, that it's all kind of come to fruition at this point. So thank you so much to Christina for all of that. And yeah, it's been a little bit of a busy week, but in a really productive and a lovely way. So I hope you guys have all had wonderful weeks too. And let me know in the comments what you've been up to and all that good stuff. I'm going to go through some hellos first, and then we'll get through to answering any questions. I've got a few updates for you guys, just all that good stuff. If you want to ask a question, just drop it in the comments section. Here on Mad About Skin, I go through the comments in the order in which they come in. Just means everyone has the opportunity to ask their question. It's totally fair and above board. I know some content creators, you have to do special things to get your comment answered. Not here on Mad About Skin. We're too civilized for that. We'll go through them in the order that they come in. Let's do some hellos first. So we've got Dan, we've got Jan, super early. So sending you lots and lots of love, Jan. Fristenberg, we've got Noodle, we've got Christina, Pinger, we've got Dan, Sandra, we've got Tom, wonderful to see Reve as well, we've got Sane here, we've got Beth, Pauline, Irene, Eloise, great to see you, all of you, and we've got lots of others. If you're viewing for the first time, welcome. We always encourage newbies here on the live streams to leave a comment, introduce yourself, because I'm sure we'd all like to welcome you to the Mad About Skin family. So just drop us a comment, let us know where you're from and all of that good stuff. Now, we've got a lot of questions already, so I am going to get through them, but I just want to say a big thank you to Tom, who once again is moderating this live stream. Tom does this every week, and honestly, I'm so grateful. It's like the sheriff in town. Whilst people are generally very well behaved on these live streams, we get the odd troll, we get the odd bot. Some we like, Spiderbot, some we don't, like the others. And so Tom keeps everyone in check, and honestly, I couldn't do this without him. So a big thank you to Tom. So let's get started with Jan says, a bit early, I tuned in around 5. Jan, we love an early bird. I wish I could be early for one of my own live streams. Never seems to happen, but one of these days, I promise that I will actually be on time, and I might actually be here before some of you guys. I don't know that that's ever going to actually happen, but you know what? We live in hope. There just always seems to be something that crops up. Today, though, it was the chickens. Fristenberg says, hello, everyone. It's finally live stream time after 2 crazy busy weeks at work, an amazing but equally crazy busy trip to Germany last weekend. I hope everyone is well and having a nice weekend. Thank you so much for joining, and we missed you the last couple of weeks. I know you left a comment. I loved reading your comment on the replay squad. I'm sending a big hello to anyone who is watching on the replay squad too. But it's great to have you alive and here on the live stream this week. Noodle, great to see you, my love. Says, this is just me being curious, but Rob, is there a reason that you often formulate your products with a thicker consistency than what is often seen? Oh, that's the dog messing around now. Do you know, it's impossible in this house to get any peace. Any peace at all. It's not chickens, it's dogs. So, yeah, is there a reason you formulate your products with a thicker consistency than what's often being seen, like the exfoliator being a gel, not a liquid? This is a really good question. It's not deliberate. Well, with the exfoliating gel, it is deliberate, but I'll come on to that in a minute. Generally, I think the reason products are thinner is because they're packed full of hyaluronic acid and some other like filler ingredients. Brands use these to kind of stretch. They use hyaluronic acid because it's popular, and people buy products because it's advertised it's got hyaluronic acid in. And also they like stretch the product out. They like bulk it out without adding a lot of cost to it. For me, I don't really care about what the texture is. I just want beneficial ingredients in the product. And so when we took out a lot of the filler and a lot of like the stuffing, actually you're left with a much thicker consistency product. I know that's not going to appeal to everyone, and it all comes down to personal preference, but for me, I think, you know, the texture is secondary to the ingredients, the formulation, and everything that's in it. I made a special like request to the lab that the exfoliator be in a gel form, not a liquid form, which really confused them because they were like, well, most people want liquid. I said no, because we often use exfoliators for spot treatments. So we'll use, you know, we want to cover an area of hyperpigmentation or discoloration. If you've got a really like watery serum, it just runs everywhere. You can't do that pinpoint treatment. So I wanted a gel so that you can either use it as an all-over treatment or you can just do it pinpoint where you have those dark spots and discoloration. That's the reason why the exfoliator is in a gel, not a liquid. And just the others being slightly thicker than maybe the average consistency, it's because none of them have hyaluronic acid in, and they don't have a lot of the bulking and filling out agents in them, which tend to be on the thinner side, if that answers your question. Christina says, finally able to make this live. I missed it. Just back from some skincare shopping. Got the Tom recommended Vichy Aquila Volcano Moisturizer. The smell of that product, by the way. The Volcano Drops by Vichy. The smell is just divine. And a Skin Ingredients SPF Irish brand. Oh, Christina, I haven't tried many Irish skincare brands, so I would love to know what that one's like. So let me know what happens with that Skin Ingredients SPF. I would love to know. Pinja says, hi everyone, greetings from rainy Finland. I'm super hungover as it was a rock festival yesterday. Spirit and crisps, might fall asleep. Pinja, I hope you enjoyed your festival. It sounds amazing. It sounds like you had a lot of fun. So yeah, hopefully you had a lovely time. And yeah, we're here to chill. If you do fall asleep, don't worry. We're available on replay, so don't panic too much. Tom says, Christina, I was going to ask what you ended up buying. I went to the drugstore and the Neutrogena Hydro Boost was 50% off, so I had to pick some up. What do you think? Oh, the Hydro Boost is, yeah, in the US and Canada, certain drugstores do have 50% off all of Neutrogena. I don't use many Neutrogena products. In fact, I don't have any in my collection at the moment, but if you like Neutrogena and you want to pick anything up, 50% off. So definitely get them in your basket. See, Dan says, what's everyone's recent holy grails? Mine are the Beauty of Joseon SPF, yes. And Face Theory Polyprep, love that too. Oh, I actually, one of my recent holy grails, is in literally happened this week, is this product. This was kindly sent by William, the antioxidant queen, because we can't really get Derma E here in the UK. It's really hard to get a handle on. So William kindly sent me this, which is the Advanced Peptides and Flora Collagen Gel Jelly Cleanser. I've used this literally twice now. Already love it. Absolutely love it. I just think it's a really nice product. It's got very few ingredients in, which is good if you're looking to minimize your ingredients, you know, through risk of irritation and stuff. You've got some rice here, which I particularly like for calming and soothing irritation. A really nice cleanser. So I'd say that's my current, like, recent holy grail find. But I love that Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. It's the one I'm wearing today. See, Sandra says, boiling water for Betty's tea now. Oh, Sandra, we'll drink to that. I have a Betty's tea right now. Oh, so good. See, Dan says, Dan, will we ever see you watching live stream through the window in the background? So Holy Grail's probably Geek and Cottage. I trust me, no one's in the garden, I promise. Geek and Cottage A game is game-changingly good, Jan. I totally agree with you there. Neil says, do you have any tips on nighttime skincare when it's hot at night? I feel like it melts off my skin, but it doesn't happen during the day. Yes. So I would say, if for nighttime skincare, if you want to keep it super lightweight, and I know because here in the UK it is roasting hot at the moment, roasting hot at night, keep it super lightweight. In fact, just cleanse and throw on a super light gel moisturizer and you're good to go. Last night it was ridiculously warm. I didn't even use my retinoid. I literally just put on some of the super gel moisturizer by Face Theory. I did a cleanse, did that, good, done. I don't have time for sweat and stuff. Sleep is way more important than skincare. I just wanted to get to bed and have a good night's sleep without feeling sweaty and horrible. So yes, yes, I'm with you. Keep it super simple. Obviously, if you're in a tropical climate where it is like that 50% of the year, might be a bit more difficult. You might have to work out lighter texture is definitely the way forward. But for me, when it's super warm, I just skip everything. And yeah, just get that sorted. It's so good. Let's see. Fristenberg says, I'm boiling water for T2. Was in Copenhagen last week and bought some, Hodjika. I don't know how to say that. Which is a type of tea that I've never tried before. I would love to know what that's like, Fristenberg. It sounds amazing. Let's see. Dan says, Tom, the polyprep is super unique. It has a low pH of 3.5, which it does. Despite being a peptide serum, and it's got 10% urea. Yeah, the polyprep is a really, I think it should get a little bit more love, because basically you've got peptides, you've got a low pH, relatively low pH, but it's also got urea in a concentration that's going to exfoliate the skin as well as soften it, and you've got some polyhydroxy acid. So it kind of is like an exfoliation mixed with a skin softener, mixed with some hydration. It's really good. The only problem is, I think people don't realise it's actually an exfoliator, so they use it too frequently. So kind of remember, it is quite a potent exfoliator, so use it as you would a normal exfoliator. Don't overdo it, don't underdo it, like, you know what I mean? Just remember, it is an exfoliator, but it's so good. Emily says, good morning, everyone. Happy to make it to a live stream again. Just making my coffee. Emily, we have missed you, my love. Happy morning to you, and great to have you here. Laura says, happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I am Laura, and I hope all is amazing with you. Pinter says, Rob, what is better, Geek and Gorgeous Azoleic Serum or Revox? I personally, well, it depends. If you've got sensitive skin, Geek and Gorgeous. If you've got more resilient skin, Revox. Revox is a pure azelaic acid. Geek and Gorgeous is a derivative. Love both, but I think derivatives work better for more sensitive skin types, whereas the Revox one will work better for more resilient skin types. Let's see. Christina says, it's summer in Ireland, but I got windburn. It's never really summer in Ireland, is it, Christina, love? The couple of times I've been to Ireland, even in the summer, it still managed to rain and be super windy. But I'm sending you lots of it. It's so hot here in the UK, so I'm going to send lots of the warmth your way, Christina. Sally says, hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hoping to leave a like. I'll be hopping by to leave a like. I'll be joining the replay squad. Sending you lots and lots of love when you tune in on the replay squad, huh? Beth says, hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great Saturday. We are, Beth. Love you. Dan says, Korean brands lie about concentrations as they can use an extract to say 50% centella extract, which could just be a few drops in that 50%. This is true. I don't know that brands are necessarily lying. But yes, sometimes people say like X amount, X percentage. It's not always strictly true. I might do a video on that because it is a little bit misleading and quite confusing for us, the consumer. Reve says, watching this while outside on the deck. The weather is great today. Sending you lots and lots of love, Reve. That sounds gorgeous. That sounds literal perfection. Let's see. Irene says, hello, Rob. Are you all right? I am, my love. How are you? How are you doing? Good evening to you and all the beautiful skin online. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm painting my floor, so I'll be listening. Sending you lots and lots of love, Irene. I hope that floor is immaculate and gorgeous when you're finished. Eloise says, evening all. I'm feeling sorry for myself. It's caught a virus from my friend's kids. Oh, itchy all over my body, and have ended up using all my Mad About Skin moisturizers trying to calm it down. Eloise, don't worry. It's that, and I'm glad it worked. I'm glad that the moisturizer came to the use, and I'm glad it worked. And we'll have a larger size coming quite soon, designed for the body, so hopefully that'll be used. And I'm just sending you so much healing love and vibes. Dan says, yeah, it's nice to see the weather is lovely everywhere. Yes, the weather does seem to be absolutely lovely everywhere, but there's a heat wave in Europe, so I'm sending lots of love to everyone in Europe, because it's gone from just being nice weather to being bordering on the dangerous. So stay safe, stay indoors, stay cool, especially if, you know, you're in a more vulnerable category, because I'd hate to think anyone was impacted by it. Marley says, I've been having a rough week. The live streams always cheer me up when I'm feeling down. We love you, Marley. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that we're here to cheer you up. That's kind of the point of us here on Mad About Skin, and I love you so much. Suzanne, great to see you, my love. I picked up a full basket of mushrooms. Oh, love that. Love a little foraging. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my favourite foods. Like, so good. I don't know that I trust myself foraging without picking up something that I shouldn't be eating. Probably end up poisoning myself. But with a bit of knowledge, I think foraging is so good fun. So, Suzanne, come and forage in the UK. I'd love to try some. Sally says, quick question. I have the anhydrous salicylic acid, but it leaves my skin quite oily. So I wonder which step I should use it. Now, I cleanse, marine hyaluronics, anhydrous, wait 5 minutes, serums, moisturizer. I would actually, if that's a problem, Sally, put a couple of drops in your moisturizer. That'll stop that oiliness straight away. Great game-changing hack. It just gets rid of any of that oiliness and works so well. So yeah, definitely would recommend it. So let me I'm just going to check the internet to make sure that we've actually got let's see. Just making sure that we've got the internet on the right thing, because some people are saying there's buffering. Let's see. That should be working. So if anyone's had any buffering, that should be a little bit better. Let's see. Maru says, pick Noginol or Matrixyl with Azureline, which is more powerful for wrinkles. Matrixyl with Azureline will work better on wrinkles, but Pycnogenol is an antioxidant. So I personally would use Pycnogenol and the Matrixyl and Azureline all in the same routine, because that kind of just maximizes all of that beneficial work that you can do, protects the skin and boosts it, minimizes wrinkle, just great. So I would personally use all three, but if you're just looking at wrinkles and reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, then Matrixyl with Azureline. I've done that thing already where I lose where I am in the chat. So let me see where we are. Right, there we are. We're back. I'm trying to keep on top of things, because for you guys that have been to the live streams before, you know we have zero success when it comes to me actually keeping on track. Though I think last week that I actually managed to get through all of the comments and questions, which I think was a record for me. So we're on a roll. We're going to try and keep that going this week. We'll see how lucky. Well, not how lucky. We'll see how good I am at doing that. So let's see what we got. Here we are. Suzanne says, beat me to the live stream, Jan. Yeah, Jan and Suzanne watching at different locations today. But that's good. Double the views for me. We're all good with that. I love you both so much. Sweet Tea, great to see you, my love. Great to see you. Jan says, yeah, early. By over an hour. I wish I had some of your timeliness, Jan, because honestly, wasn't on time today. Let's see. This is true. So Dan said the encapsulated oil-based salicylic acid is supposed to be used by dry-skinned people. If you have oily combination skin, maybe use the water-based formulation. This is true. I actually use both. I use the oil, the anhydrous on my nose where I'm dry, and I use the traditional salicylic acid on the rest of my face where I'm oily. It does work, and I pick up both for that, so you can do it in more targeted work. Tanya, great to see you, my love. Great to have you here. Let's see. Teresa, great to have you. Welcome. Happy Saturday to all in Memphis and Tennessee in general. That joke on you, love that name, says hello there, big fan of you. Thank you. Can you tell us more about the Allies of Skin and the PSA as well as your own opinion? I know you did a review, but there's not many on YouTube overall. This is true. I don't know why there's not more reviews of Allies of Skin and PSA skincare. I think maybe because it's quite a high price point, so a lot of content creators don't want to buy, £1,000 worth of product to review, which I totally get. I was very grateful Allies of Skin actually gifted me the products, which I didn't expect. I bought a couple of their products, reviewed them, and they said, oh, we'd love to send you some other products to try. That was very, very kind of them. But if you watch that review, you can see even if stuff's given to me, I'm still shady. Still quite shady. Some of it was great though. What do we think of the Allies of Skin brand? I think because it's such a high price point, you've got to be really mindful of what are you actually getting for that higher price point. Is it actually worth the price point? I think with drugstore, sometimes we can say, you know what, put it in your basket, give it a go, what's to lose? When you're spending that much money, you need to know that something's good. And I'd say that half of them are really, really good products. I think some of them are amazing products. Some of them I don't think are worth the money. So let me break off my favourites. The vitamin C is by far and away the fastest acting vitamin C I've ever used. You can go cheaper. You could go Geek and Gorgeous C Glow, but you have to be a bit more patient for the results. This one, so stunning. Then we've got I really like their retinol. I actually shaded that in that review video, but I've been using it because I wanted to use it up, and it's working really, really well. Their Blemish Sleeping Facial is hands down best product I have ever used for my blemishes. Just gets rid of them like that. Those are the three that I think I'll keep purchasing. PSA is much cheaper, but actually really, really good. I like their retinol is also really good. And the Allies of Skin cleanser, amazing. You don't need to spend that much on a cleanser, but if you want a bougie treat, so good. So for me, yeah, I would say that Allies of Skin is great, but I would just make sure that you choose the products that are worth the money, and in my opinion, that's the Blemish Sleeper Facial, the vitamin C, and the retinol, and the cleanser. Those are the four that I would recommend. The rest are nice, but I wouldn't necessarily pay that much for them. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Says, good afternoon, Rob. Thought I'd cheer you up about your day with a $20 sweetie. Oh, thank you so much. That is really, really kind. And honestly, it's so much appreciated. It'll buy me a box of Betty's tea, and what is not to love about that? Well, a couple of boxes actually. So that's very kind. So by the way, did you videotape back Queen's Jubilee. You can do a video on your experience. I loved everything about the Jubilee. I've still got loads of papers here. I bought the whole Jubilee weekend. I bought every single paper so I could look through all the pictures and everything. And I'm still digesting, and I love every minute of it. It's just, I'm like the ultimate fan of the Queen and the royal family in general. Like, unashamedly. So, and I've got all of the stuff, and I'm still working my way through it. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, it was absolutely fabulous. So thank you very much, my love. And I hope you enjoyed all of it too. It was really nice to have a super long weekend that we could spend with family and just chill. And yeah. And anyway, then Elizabeth, thank you so much for your generosity. I'm sending you so much love. Let's see what we've got. Sweet Tea says, I'm drinking a huge wine cocktail. Bad week. So if I'm writing weird, it means I went a little too far with the rum. That's fine, Sweet Tea. You know, sometimes we all need that chill moment. And I'm glad that your chill moment is with us. So enjoy your wine cocktail. I don't think I've ever had a wine cocktail. I'm pretty sure I've never had a wine cocktail. No. In fact, I'm going to go as far as say I definitely haven't. I would know, wouldn't I? So maybe send me your recipe. I would love to try it out and know what it is. Laura says, hi, Rob. Happy to see you. Your skin is absolutely glowing. Is it glow or is it sweat? I think it's the latter. It's so warm here in the UK. It's so warm in the UK. We're gonna chalk it up to glow. Let's call it glow. However, I think it might be sweat. Sophie, great to see you, my love. Wonderful. Christina says, oh my god, I can't wait to get my hands on the Big Mad About Skin Moisturizer. I'm actually going to send you one, Christina. Tom, remind me, take a note. Tom remembers things. I'm useless. Tom actually remembers things. I'm going to send you one, Christina, as soon as it's in stock, because you were the inspiration behind it. So I can't, not send you one. So yeah, when it launches, I'll send you one, because you were the one that said, actually, we could really do with this. And I looked into the pricing, and I can actually do a much larger size without increasing the cost a whole lot, which is great because everyone likes value for money, especially, you know, with the current economic climate. So Christina, it's all thanks to you. Serena said, just popping in, currently in the process of moving to Denver, but I miss the Mad About Skin family. We love you, Serena. We love you so much. Christine just says, €5 for a small pint is the least I could do. Do you know what, Christina? I am actually hopping out tomorrow. It's Father's Day here in the UK, and we'll be doing some Father's Day stuff. So a pint would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much, Christina. We love you. You're so generous. I love you all so much. And like I said, do you know what? I actually owe all you guys, because I keep saying all the time on this channel, but I genuinely mean it. I wouldn't be here without each and every one of you. And I know we've been going, how long have we been going? 2.5 years here on Mad About Skin. But when I look at the subscriber numbers, we're almost at 70,000. We're great. I passed 10 million views 6 days ago. I should have done an announcement, but it was only YouTube notified me kind of after the event. I might do an announcement on the Facebook group. 10 million views. It literally blows my mind that my videos have been watched 10 million times. It's I'm speechless, and I have to keep pinching myself to say I wouldn't be anywhere without you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much, and you just make every day magical and special. So thank you just thank you. It's been an emotional week because we managed to get all the orders out from the Mad About Skin. We've crossed the 10 million views. So we're coming up to 70,000 subscribers. It's been a very emotional week, and in the best possible way. Best possible way. Let's see. Ronnie, great to see you, my love. Sending lots of love to Ireland. We've got a good Irish contingent in the house. We love that. Just smile and say, hey everyone, do you recommend azelaic acid and tranexamic acid to be used once or twice daily? I use azelaic acid twice a day, and I use tranexamic acid once a day. You can use both twice a day. You can use both once a day. Depends on your skin type. I think if you've got sensitive skin, use them one in the morning, one in the evening, alternate. If you've got very resilient skin, you could use them both twice a day for the maximum results. But yeah, really great comment. Maru says, can I combine vitamin C alternative with peptides in the same routine? You can. Vitamin C derivatives, fabulous. Don't need a low pH because they're lipid soluble. So you absolutely can use them in the same routine as peptides, which is kind of one of the main reasons I love a good vitamin C derivative. And today's video it's already up online. It's already loaded, so you can check it out after the live stream if you want to. But it's not a lot of people are trying to cancel vitamin C serums at the moment, and saying they don't work, they're overpriced, they do more harm than good. So there is some truth in some of those things, but I don't think we should be demonizing vitamin C's when they can have so much benefit as well. So I wanted to kind of cover my thoughts, feelings as someone who has moved away from pure form vitamin C and onto derivatives. I still don't think we should discount derivatives as vitamin C as a whole. So yeah, that video is quite interesting. I was in two minds as to whether to film it because it's a bit of a contentious topic, but I think I'm quite proud of the video, so check it out. Teresa says, so Rob, how many ordinary sale orders have you made? I've done one, but you know how it goes. Mine shipped super quick this time. Mine did ship super quick too. I did One order the day the sale started. I did another order yesterday. I think I am going to do a third order, but it's for my mum who wants to try out the Lash and Brow Serum, and she wants to try out the amino acid. So I will put another order on, but it's going to be sent to my mum. So that's me. That's a gift from me to mum. So that doesn't really count, right? But 3. Tyrese, great to have you, my love. Marley says the Mad About Skin 300ml moisturizer different to the body moisturizer. No, so it's going to be. So basically, I think moisturizers are universal, especially with formulated things like urea that you can use on the body. So we call it the body moisturizer because it comes in a pump, so it's easier. You know, you can have it on the side of your shower and you can use it, because the Mad About Skin moisturizer actually works really well on damp skin. It kind of absorbs beautifully nicely on damp skin. So I'm doing the same moisturizer formulation but in a 300ml pump tub, so you can have it after the shower, you can lather it on the body and feel gorgeous all day long. Let's see, Princess AJ, great to see you, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Scott said good morning from Long Beach. I'm so glad it's live stream time. Hope all is well. Scott, we're sending you lots and lots of love to Long Beach. Lovely sunny California. I'm assuming it's sunny. It's always sunny in California. Amanda, great to have you, my love. Sonia, great to see you. Eloise says, poor chickens, a totally understandable reason to be late. I remember my rabbit hutch is falling over in bad wind, so I'm currently getting the super sturdy enclosure. This is true. Wind, not the friend of animals. They don't like it. We don't like it. It's never good. It's never good. But the chickens, they've quieted down a little bit now. The dogs stopped running around, and yeah, things seem to have calmed down, which I think, you know, is for the best. Give my love to your bunnies. Sending you lots and lots of love, my love. Tom says, isn't large size Mad About Skin moisturizer 350ml? This, Tom, is a little bone of contention. We've got to work around international shipping regulations, so I want it to be 350ml, but some countries have maximum limits on individual products without having extra customs. So we're going to finalize the exact thing this week, and then it'll be put into production and available ASAP. Hopefully 350, 300, minimum 300, hopefully 350. It depends on the international shipping thing. Getting there eventually. Tyrese says, finally catching the live from Michigan. Love to you over in Michigan. Reve says, I don't know the Ordinary had a sale now. Off to the website. Reve, don't abandon our live stream. You can shop later. But yes, they do. Up until the 23rd of June. Oh, a little side note to all of this. I have heard that it's not available. The sale isn't on in Australia. That's just what some people have fed back to me. I don't know if that's true, but just to call that out. But Hyaluronic is 50% off in all Decium stores. So if there's a Decium store near you and you can get to it, 50% off Hyaluronic, what's not to love? Now, I'm going to have a quick sip of this tea. If you haven't already, if you could reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. All you need to do is minimize the chat, go over, click the like button, which now has this like firework thing going on when you click it. Check it out, really cool. And then you can maximize the chat again. It takes you back to wherever you were. Oh, that is so good. That tea is so good. Alicia, great to see you, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Princess says, I have an oily skin. What moisturizer is best to use for different adapalene gel routine? Ooh, great comment. When I was using different, I always use the Super Gel Moisturizer by Face Theory. That just kind of worked really well. I put a layer under the different, then a layer on top, buffed it a little bit, super hydrating. That would be my definite recommendation, having used different for years. Ronnie says, thanks for the heads up about the Ordinary sale. It's a pleasure, Ronnie. Go fill your basket with all your favourites. Let me know what you're getting. Jan says, Jan says, wasn't Rob on time that one occasion? Do you know what, Jan? Maybe I was. I'm going to take that. I doubt it. I don't think I've ever been on time for anything in my life. But if Jan says it's true, it must be. So, yes, I'm taking it and owning that. I can't remember it myself. Suzanne says, Robbie's juggling those animals like a pro. If you see behind me, we've got cat chair, we've got dog bed. You might see some cat toys. It's very animal heavy at the moment. Teresa says, do you have any suggestions for a more matte but not drying sunscreens that work well under makeup? I've had a week of 100-degree weather and I'm melting. Yes. So I think in terms of matte sunscreens that I really like, I like the Bondi Sands Mineral. I think that works really well. I also quite like it's a bit bougie, the Neogen Survival 30. That's totally matte and works really well under makeup. And I also really like the Garnier Ombre Soleil Matte. That is also really matte, but all of those are actually hydrating rather than being like deadpan matte. But they're matte, with a bit of hydration thrown in. Christina says, hello, I'm doing my Thank You Fiber Hydrating Sheet Mask. Love that sheet mask. Drinking my mint tea and enjoying your company. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. And do you know what? I love a mint tea. I haven't had a good mint tea in years. And I got some fresh mint in the garden, so I don't really know what my excuse is. I need to have a look into that. Alexandria says, Shop Miss A has phenomenal skincare products for £1.70. I reviewed them. I haven't. I always rewatch these live streams, not because I'm a narcissist, I like to hear myself talk, but because I make a note of everything that I promised you guys. And I promise to check them out and have a look. With that price point, what is not to love? Hey Kirsten, great to have you, my love. Says, where would I use the amino acids B5 plus or after my sea glow? Ooh, it's thicker, but I would personally use it before because I think it gives a nice buffer to the sea glow, so it'll prevent any irritation. You can also use it afterwards. If you do use it after, wait like 2 minutes after you've applied the sea glow, let it go into the skin, and then use the amino acids B5. That would be kind of what I would recommend. Either way works, but if you use it after, then wait 2 minutes. Revis says, the sale is also valid on the Destiny website. Picking up some Hyaluronic products. I've stocked up on so much Hyaluronic because even though they keep saying it's going to be discontinued and it hasn't yet, I know that day's coming. So I'm filling my baskets with Hyaluronic. Just note though, if you can get to a Destiny store, like a physical store, all of the Hyaluronic is 50% off. So if you do want Hyaluronic and you can get to a store, I'd recommend you go and get it because like who doesn't like 50% off? Eloise says, I much prefer a thicker consistency. If my skin is super dry, I just use a toner first, provide the hydration and lock in. Most thinner products are just 90% water. This is it. Water is a great filler ingredient. It can apply. People do tend to like thinner consistency products. I just don't. I would rather have like I would just rather have multiple actives in something with meaningful things, if that makes sense. Dan says, the reason why I'm mad about skin products come with a thicker consistency is the same as why face theory products are thicker, because they don't lie about the ingredients in the brands. I mean, I don't know about other brands, but I definitely, everything that's in the product is there on the label. I haven't used any filler ingredients whatsoever in any of the skincare, because I would think it's better. For me, it's kind of wasteful, because you end up buying it more frequently, because a lot of the ingredients are just filler, so you use more of it, you have to buy more frequently. So it's actually better to invest a little bit more in a well-formulated product that lasts longer, if that makes sense. In the end, your wallet's happier. Noodle says, I have a family of swans that live near me. We call them swans of anarchy because they are very sassy and like to hold up the traffic. Oh, swans. Yes, you don't mess with swans. There used to be some nesting by the river, and anytime one of my dogs went, even like, I used to keep them away because I don't want them disturbing a nest. But even if they went like vaguely within like, 200 meters of them, they would charge and attack. So you don't mess with swans. My suggestion. Christine says, Skin Ingredients is an Irish brand. Not cheap, very interesting, nerdy formulation. I love a nerdy formulation. The creator also wrote a book about skincare. I'll definitely review and swatch on the Facebook group. Yes, Christina, we would love a swatch. I might invest in some of them. Just try them out. Because I haven't tried much Irish skincare. And I'm trying to do like a global skincare series that I'm going to start on the channel. So I want to know some recommendations in the countries where you guys live. That'd be really useful. So it says, you can buy some Derma E from Victoria Health. I didn't know that. I'm definitely going to be stocking back up on this moisturizer. I also really like the cleansing balm, but I don't balm cleanse that often, only when it's super, super warm. So I'll definitely try. Look at Victoria Health. I'll check them out. I'm going to just make a cheeky note here. Victoria Health. Oh, Elizabeth, you're too kind to get some mint tea. Do you know what I do? Has anyone got any recommendations for mint tea brands? Because I always get the Tea Pigs ones, which is a British brand, but I kind of want to try something different. Does anyone know of any good like mint tea brands? What do you guys recommend? Because like I say, Elizabeth, I will definitely treat myself to some mint tea. Thank you so much. And let me know if you guys have any recommendations for brands. I've tried the whole like just put mint leaves in tea, which is nice, but I think you get a more depth of flavor if it's like dried and roasted and all that stuff. So let me know any recommendations you guys have. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Mally says, could you do a full review of the Biomass skincare and skincare by Dr. V? Now, I'll be honest, the only reason I stayed away from the Dr. V skincare line, I've tried the products. The only reason I've stayed away from a review of it is because I can kind of see like, I can see the narrative goes. Unfortunately, online, living in like an online age, and I know the things that are said online, if Dr. V is as formulated skincare line very specifically for people for skin of color, so that's very much her ethos, for her mindset, and formulated a line specifically for skin of color, which is fantastic, because I do think I think whilst it's changing, a lot of brands do formulate with Caucasian skin in mind, and not all skincare works equally for, you know, deeper, darker, richer skin tones. So I do get that. I think a lot of brands try and formulate to be inclusive across everything. I certainly did that with my brand, and you see that a lot with other brands. The challenge with reviewing the Dr. V skincare line is that some of the products I actually really like. I really like the Unzinkable sunscreen. I think if you want a mineral sunscreen, that's a really great option. Some of the products I wasn't personally overwhelmed with, and I didn't particularly like. And so doing an honest opinion, I can kind of see the narrative already. If I say I love these products, and these couple of products didn't personally work for me, it'll be, you know, the narrative online where like white guy slams, you know, products designed for skin of color, which is a perfect, you know what, is a perfectly like legitimate theory on it, and that's kind of why I've stayed away from doing it. That might just be like me forward thinking the things that are happening, but I like to be honest with you guys, and I think there are plenty of reviews of the Dr. V skincare line by the people, the demographics that it's kind of designed for, which is why I've left it to them. I actually think it's a fantastic skincare line for skin of all shades, tones, and undertones. I actually think the Unzinkable would work on the fairest, lightest skin tones alongside the deeper, darker, and richer skin tones. So it's definitely one that I would recommend, but that's kind of why I haven't delved into that, even though I do absolutely love the products. Biomass as well. I've bought some of their products. I've got a couple more on order. Once I've tried them all, I probably will do a review. So watch this space. Jan says, what's the best way to handle skin after shaving? I stopped using aftershaves, but I don't know if I'm supposed to substitute them with... Now, this is great, Jan, actually. A couple of things I would recommend. As someone that is very shaving rash prone, particularly on my neck, the thing that I found really, really beneficial was a salicylic acid. Using it in like a 2% concentration, if you can get like 1%, even better, because it can sting a little at 2%, and putting it on the area is kind of the same as what you get with aftershaves. Kind of astringent, kind of designed to prevent like shaving rash. So I would put a BHA on afterwards, just very in the area. 1% would be ideal, 2% if you can't get the 1%. And then I put aloe vera on the top of it, and that just kind of prevents, it hydrates, it prevents any issue with bumps, razor burns, and all of that, and that's always worked for me. I think different people will have different issues when it comes to shaving, so if you've got a specific issue, let me know, but that is the best way I've found to reducing the bumps, the razor burn, and just the general irritation. Sabine says, I use Epiduo at night. Should I use your serum before or after that? Before would give really good results. Yeah, before, because it'll also like provide a very, very, very thin barrier, which just means the Epiduo won't dry out the skin as much as it could otherwise do. I've used Epiduo and it does dry the skin out just a tad, but it works really well for acne. So yes, use my serum first and then follow with the Epiduo, and you'll get some absolutely fantastic, fantastic results. Epiduo, for those of you that don't know what it is or what it's all about, is a mixture of benzoyl peroxide and adapalene. Really great if you've got acne, but strips and dries the skin a treat if you haven't got oily, acne-prone skin, which is why I think, you know, it's best. You can buy it over the counter in some countries. I personally would go to a dermatologist because they'll kind of tell you if it's right for you. Minosh says, I hope I pronounced that right, says, I'm in love with the Biomass Gel Moisturizer. That is one of the products that I love. The cleanser and the moisturizer I love. Jen says, I probably ask this once every few months, but I still don't have a good routine for that. I know. I think shaving is a weird thing because it's something that some of us don't actually do every day. So you kind of have to have different routine for the days you shave. If you do it every day, you can have a standard routine. But equally, it's and it means different things to different people. Like some people get super irritated with shaving. Some people get the razor bumps. Some people have no issue. It's kind of, for me, definitely the razor burn. It's a constant ongoing struggle. Suzanne says, anyone else get annoyed when brands like The Ordinary have a sale you've already stocked up? Yeah. But then I get really mad when that happens, and then I think, am I being unreasonable? Because if they announce the sale ahead, so in a month we're going to have a sale, people would then never buy any of their products that month. So I kind of get the logic behind not pre-announcing it, but it's also really frustrating. I'm with you, Suzanne. So frustrating. TNH says, TNH, you're incorrigible. How are you, my love? Hope everything is amazing with you. Oh, I've done that thing where I lost where I'm in the chat again. How do I always do this? How do I always manage to do this? I see Suzanne says, I'm so glad Rob can get an extra book through his live streams. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you know what? It's a thing that YouTube introduced. It was like they added like a tip feature for content creators where you can leave, like, it's meant to be like a tip or a thank you for doing live streams. I do these live streams because I genuinely love them. This is the highlight of my week. I love chatting to you guys. I love everything about these live streams. And so for me, I do it for the love of it. But live streams, as like a side note, just in case you want a little behind the scenes of YouTube. So on an average video, these are just my stats, so you can read into them, whatever. On an average video, you'll make around $150 in ad revenue. Obviously, the more views it gets, the more ad revenue you get. The way that it works is certain topics appeal more to advertisers than others, so it's all goes into this big pot, but the average is about $150 for a video what a content creator will get. Small content creators less, larger ones more, obviously. The average live stream that gets the same number of views that a video gets, it usually gets around like $12 ad revenue, and the reason for that is you can't monetize them during, so everybody that watches live, you don't see adverts, which is right, because you don't want to be constantly watching adverts in this. And beforehand, people tend to just, for some reason, skip the ads on live streams, which is totally chill. I don't expect anyone to watch the ads. So this is why I think a lot of content creators stopped doing them. During the lockdown periods and everything, everyone did live streams, and then suddenly it stopped. And I think a lot of it is because it takes time to invest in doing them, and you don't get a lot of money back from them in terms of investment. However, I love them, and I wouldn't be without you. This is, honestly, I mean this when I say this is a highlight of my week. But I thought I'd share that with you just as a bit of like a behind the scenes of YouTube, which is why I know a lot of people say, you know, lots of content creators have dropped their live streams, and it is literally just, I think it comes down to the financial impact. You have to like dedicate 2 hours to it, and you get no ad revenue from it. I think that's kind of why they do it. I think that's poor reason to not do them. I love them. But I also think, you know, for me, it just works, and I love sitting down with you guys so much. Irene says Taylor's green tea by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales is amazing. I love that. We actually live super close to Highgrove, which is the Prince of Wales' estate, and they do some beautiful, like ridiculously expensive but beautiful homeware stuff. I might actually have a look at their tea collection. That is a good shout out. That is a very good shout out. So Suzanne says, Elizabeth say yes. Elizabeth says, I wish I knew Rob. I'm a dedicated Folgers coffee. Now, I know nothing about American coffee because I've been to America so much. Well, I say America, I've been to Canada, I've been to America so much, but I'm not really a coffee drinker. I've got more into coffee recently, but I'm not a huge coffee drinker. And so these brands we don't have here in the UK, it goes over my head. But I do remember Folgers coffee because, was it Ariana Grande did, like on a reality show or something, or a talk show, sung the Folgers coffee commercial jingle, and absolutely nailed it, and it got stuck in my head for weeks. So I know Folgers coffee because of their jingle that goes with their ads. Never actually tried it. So I'll see if I can get, I will see if I can get I'm sure we can get it here, and try it out because I know that I like the jingle. Is that a reason to buy coffee? I think so. John says, anyone who tans and not burns is skin. Oh, so this is Dr. V's theory. Yeah, anyone who tans and not burns is skin of colour. And she fangirls over Nutrium. I didn't know that. For me, I kind of get confused with the whole what different skin tones obviously have different priorities. I think the things, if you've got a deeper, darker, a richer skin tone, which quite a few of the followers and subscribers here on Mad About Skin do, which is though I always try to be as inclusive as possible in the content, tend to obviously hyperpigment quicker because they have more melanocytes which produce, and larger melanocytes which produce the pigment. So irritation, inflammation is just a bad thing. So I would, as a general rule, if you've got a deeper, darker, and richer skin tone, you should go more on the lower concentrations, on the more gentle formulations, to minimize the risk of irritation and inflammation. And yeah, I think there's a lot of resource out there, and I'm glad there is now, because it didn't used to be, catering to different skin tones, different skin types in general, whereas I think before it was all very much like Caucasian, average skin. I mean average, like middle of the road skin. Like if you had an oily skin type, nothing for you. If you had a deeper, darker, richer skin type, nothing for you. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad that I feel like the skincare space is becoming a bit more inclusive, which I'm all about. I love that. Soph says you need to try the Twinings Vitality Tea with mint and a hint of pear. That sounds amazing. Like that sounds so good. That sounds so. So I'll send you some. Thank you so much, Sophie. That's so kind of you. And that Sounds like perfection. I love pear. I've actually got a pear tree. I'm looking at it now. If it isn't completely pecked to death by the chickens who like to jump up into the branches and eat the leaves, I might have some pears later on this year. Christina says, maybe Rob should have a separate YouTube channel for tea recommendations. Ooh, do you know I should do that? Because tea is, after skincare, tea is the other love of my life. I should do a separate channel for tea recommendations. That was so good. John says, moisturizer, salicylic acid and lactic acid are good. Yeah, love that combo. Alicia says, I don't care for Dr. V anymore. She used to be all about the skin of colour until she made her line. She demonized everything else while promoting overpriced products. No comment. I think it's I will say it's very difficult as a content creator that has their own skincare line to not come across that you're just hawking your own products. I never want to do, I create my own skincare line as a labour of love and something that I wanted to do, but I never wanted to turn the channel into just an advert for my products. Buy them, it's the only thing that'll work, because it's not. There are so many great brands out there that'll work. I use them in my skincare routine, so I always try to keep, be honest with you guys, where I use my own products, I'll tell you, but where I use other brands, equally, I'm going to tell you and fangirl. I do think it's very difficult as a content creator that owns their own skincare line to kind of get that balance. I don't know whether I've done it successfully or not, but I think it is definitely a challenge. I'll give you that. It's definitely a challenge. Amir says, I use foaming salicylic cleanser as a shaving cream and I never get a shaving rash. That is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful idea. I've never thought to do that. Why have I not thought to do that? That is a great idea, Mia. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to give that a go. I also think one top shaving tip that was shared to me by over on the Mad About Skin Facebook group, actually, is use a cream cleanser as your shaving cream. So lots of people will cleanse the skin, then use a shaving cream. Shaving creams are packed full of like menthol, stripping and drying ingredients. Actually, if you use a cream cleanser as your cleanser and your shaving cream in one, it means you're not using two stripping products, you're just keeping it ultra hydrated, and it works really well. The one that was recommended in the Facebook group was actually the Mad About Skin Gentle Jelly Cleanser. Fully recommend it for shaving. I did it this morning, loved it. But there are other cream cleansers, the Derma E one as well, which I also love. Suzanne says, no, Suzanne doesn't say anything because I've lost where I'm in the chat. Let me just go back. Yes, Suzanne says, I use the rest of my Inculus Salicylic Acid Cleanser. Since I can't use it, you might as well. This is so caring. Sharing is caring, Suzanne. Kirsten says, once I finish my lactic acid, could I use the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel? Yes, absolutely. So, it's different because lactic acid is a very specific acid. The exfoliating gel has 4 different acids in there. But so you should get very similar outcomes, but hopefully an enhanced exfoliation at the same time. Christine says, I actually use a 2% salicylic acid toner from Superdrug Me Plus brand. Love that. After shaving my sensitive areas, definitely helps with those tiny folliculitis bumps. That is really good. Yeah, I think 2% salicylic acid after you've shaved any area, face, all the rest, whatever's shaved, a little bit of salicylic after, I think is the best way to prevent those little bumps emerging, which are so annoying. Amir says, have you seen the Superdrug Me Bakuchiol 1% cream? It's actually really good. I love a good Bakuchiol cream. I think that, the jury's out there on Bakuchiol. Some people love it more than retinol. Other people say it's not as good. The jury's very much out there on it. I personally love it, and I think it's a gentle alternative for those that can't tolerate retinol. And that's an important gap in the market because not everyone can and will want a retinol in their life. So I would actually say go for a Bakuchiol, and that one by me, the Superdrug Me Plus one is so good, like so good. And in fact, Superdrug, just as I'm going to come on to this. My mouth's a bit dry. I'm going to take a sip of the tea. So if you haven't already, you can minimize the chat, click and gently caress that like button. Then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you were. Then I'm going to finish off my thought. That Betty's tea, so good, so good. Do you know what? Just as a side note, Betty's are so kind. Every time I mention them, people buy their tea, and then they reach out to me and say, thank you so much for promoting our tea. I think people think I've got a sponsorship with them. I haven't. I haven't even, they just reach out and they're just so kind. So yeah, I love Betty's as a brand, and I love their tea. Fully endorsed, without any sponsorship. So yeah, the Bakuchiol are great. I think just generally, Superdrug have really upped their game when it comes to their skincare line. I love so much of the Me Plus range. It's really frustrating that they don't ship internationally. It's really just here in the UK and Ireland that you can get it, but if you can go into Superdrug, buy everything for that Me Plus range. You will love it. Suzanne says, I saw Dr. Dre say how to use salicylic acid cleanser before shaving, so the area is prepared. Yep, prevents breakouts, rashes, and growing hairs. It's a while back, but I guess it's still valid. Yeah, I think this is a really good point, but I like the idea of shaving with a salicylic acid cleanser. Kind of work it into the skin for a minute, then shave, then rinse it off. That kind of cuts out a separate step. I love that. Elizabeth says, have you ever heard or used of Welder skin food products? Made with botanicals. I think it is a German company. I think you're right. And Dr. Idris recommended it. I love Dr. Idris. She's coming out with her own skincare line later this year. Super excited about that. Love Welder skin food. It's not hard. It's not easy to get here in the UK. They tend to stock it. I think in Germany it's very much like a drugstore brand in that it's available in physical drugstores, even though it has a slightly higher price point. Here in the UK, you can only really get it at health food stores. They don't seem to stock it like in normal, like not health food stores aren't normal shops, but you know what I mean, like high street stores. You have to go to a specialist like health food retailer, which is a shame because I love their products. My mum swears by their cleanser, absolutely adores it. And when I go up there and I don't bring my cleanser, I use that and I'm like, yeah, this is really good. So I like the idea of botanicals. I think it's well formulated. It's not just botanicals. It's kind of botanicals and some other added ingredients, which I love. It's just all around a really nice line. In Germany, really well priced and quite affordable. Here in the UK, a little bit up there in price point, and you have to go to a health food store to get it, but it's worth the travel, trust me. Sweet Tea said, these live streams make my week. I needed this so much. Sweet Tea, we need you. And we're sending you so much love and a massive hug. Jan says, just got an unexpected bowl of ice cream. Yeah, must be ham. There's nothing better than going to the parents and just feeling like they treat you like a kid again. You know what I mean? Like, right back to feeding you ice cream, making you cups of tea. Who's complaining? We all need that in our life. It's 2 weeks. It's really funny. It's 2 weeks today that I'm going on my cruise with my mum and dad. I'm going with my grandparents as well, which is going to be so much fun because I haven't seen them in like properly for the longest time. And honestly, I can't wait. And there's going to be ice cream on board. My dad is a true northerner. Anyone here that's from Yorkshire in particular will appreciate this. My dad, if it's free, he'll have it. Literally doesn't care what it is. If it's free, he'll take it. And his favourite thing on the cruise is they have like free ice cream stations where you can make your own ice cream and mix it all about. I don't even think the ice cream's that great, but it's free, so we'll have it. I don't think there's a single second on that cruise ship during the day that my dad is without some sort of ice cream, and he loves it. And it's just going to be so nice to. I'm doing the live stream in 2 weeks from my cabin. That sounds bougie. Because I'll have internet, so it'll all be good. And I thought, why not do the live stream? Take you guys on holiday with me. It'll also give my mum and dad a chance to faff, unpack, make a drama out of everything. Once they've finished doing that, then I can emerge and be like, yeah, we're ready for dinner. So it'll be, yeah, so look out for a special live stream in 2 weeks' time where we'll be doing it from on board a cruise ship. I'll do you a room tour and everything. I've actually got, I used to work for the cruise company that I'm going with, and they've given me a free upgrade, which is amazing, and so lovely. So having paid that much for it, bougie cabin. I mean, don't worry, I'll be swiping all of those toiletries in the hold all. Literally, I'm one of those people that goes to a fancy hotel or anywhere, swipe the toiletries, first thing I do. So yeah, I'm quite excited to be doing like a live stream from on board a cruise ship. It'll be docked in Southampton, so it is literally the least glamorous location to be doing it from, but you'll kind of see the room and it'll look glamorous. It'll look glamorous, even though we all secretly know that I'm kind of by the old docks in Southampton. We'll just show you out the window. So yes, that's very exciting. I'm going there with my parents, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait. And this is my treat to my mum and dad for their like birthdays, Mother's Days, Father's Days, and Christmas, all rolled into one. I thought, well, I'll treat them to a cruise because they need a break and they need a nice holiday. So we're going to go and really going to enjoy it. And my grandparents are coming as well, so it'll be like a full-on family, Mad About Skin family vacay, which I can't wait. Oh, the best thing ever. Just as a side note to this. And we are going off at a tangent because I said I started really strongly and actually managed to get through a lot of questions. Now we're totally on tangent. But last time I went on a cruise with my mum, it was about a year ago. About a year ago. And we went on a cruise ship. And there was someone on board, just came up and said, "Oh, I watch your YouTube channel, and it's really, I wondered if it was you," and then it was, and then I've kind of stalked you around the deck, and then realised it was you, so I plucked up the courage to say hi. I was like, hi? Of course you say hi. I'm not a monster. So we had a good chat, and we had a coffee and a chat. It was really nice. And then my mum was silent the whole time, and then she was like, "Feels like I'm with a celebrity." I was like, "Mother, no." Mother, no. But that was the highlight of her holiday. I was like, oh, great. And it was lovely. It was lovely to I would love to meet each and every one of you individually. But that was kind of cool on the last cruise, and that was a bit amazing. So who knows what this one holds in store. So yeah, if anyone's going on a cruise from Southampton on the 2nd of July, let me know. John says, I enjoy our lives. Any tips for the ordinary brow serum? Yes. So I would say I use it twice a day. You can use it once or twice a day. I use it twice a day because I think you get quicker results twice a day. I actually use it after I've put on all of my... I try to avoid this area anyway with my products because I get kind of dry skin in the eyebrow area anyway. So I put all my skincare on there, just flick it through at the end of everything. You'll see results in about a month's time, I think, John. Really, really good. With the lashes, I am persevering. I'm not seeing any difference with the lashes yet. Brows, great. Lashes, not yet. But I'm persevering, and basically you just swipe it like you're doing a liquid eyeliner. Swipe it across the lash line. Done. Works really, really well in terms of its application. I'm not seeing the results yet, but someone did say to me, you might take like a good 3 months to see the results in the lashes. You get the brows quicker. So I'm going to keep trying it. I'll give you guys an update. Sweet Tea said, and thank you firstly. I enjoyed the lives. I love our conversations, John, so thank you so much for joining. See, Scott says, your enjoyment doing these lives comes through. There's always good vibes on these live streams. This is what I wanted. So we started these live streams right at the start of the whole lockdowns and everything, where people were, I think, feeling a bit lost, if I'm honest. Well, I certainly was. Where, you know, everything had kind of been, like, the rug had been pulled from under us, and it kind of felt like we didn't really know what to do. We felt a bit isolated, so I want everyone to come together so we could have fun, we can chat, know that, you know, the world might seem incredibly like big, but actually we're all in it together, and that was kind of the ethos behind these. And they've just grown and grown and grown from there, and I've loved every single minute of it, and spending time with you guys, yeah, I wouldn't change them for the world. Absolutely wouldn't. Let's have a look. Suzanne says, I broke down and opened the fruit Tropicana beer. Ooh, that sounds nice. That does sound nice. Have one for me, Suzanne. Have one for me. Jan says, Sweet Tea, if you're ever feeling super healthy, just drink a lot of sangria. That's true. That's got fruit and veg in it, so you're good to go on sangria. Dan says, Rob, are you a Taylor Swift fan? I'm a fan of her music. I don't know that I'm a fan of her. I don't know why I'm not a fan of her. She hasn't really done anything wrong for me. I don't know why. I think sometimes, like, some of the things I think some sections of the media are out to get her, so the things that we read aren't necessarily the most positive stories. And I think as a passive consumer, we kind of hear the bad, we don't hear the good. And I think that's kind of clouded my judgment on Taylor Swift a little bit. I don't think I'm the biggest fan, but her music, absolutely love. Like, Red, one of my favourite songs. So yeah, I'd say I'm a fan of her music. I don't really know enough about her to make a judgment. And I think, like I say, I'm very conscious that the stories we see about her are the negative because there's a narrative to sell. And so maybe I'm missing out on that. Let's see. Tetra says, hi Rob, good to see you. Lovely to see you. What is a good foundation to start with? I'm 61, never tried before, so some help would be appreciated. So yeah, what would I like? Are we talking foundation for our skincare routine? I'm assuming, rather than like foundation as in foundation. I would say, first of all, a lot of people will say it's too late to start. It is not. This is a total lie. It is never too late to start a skincare routine. I know people that are in their 80s that have told me that they've started a skincare routine and they just feel really good. The core thing about a skincare routine is to make you feel good. So if something doesn't make you feel good, stop it. There's no point to it. There's no point to it. You know, choose products that you want to use. So I would say, get yourself a really nice cleanser and moisturizer. They're like the bookends of a skincare routine, but they're the most important steps. You can do, and sunscreen, obviously. They're like the important 3 holy grails. So I would go into a supermarket or a drugstore, because keep it super affordable. You don't need to spend too much. Go to the drugstore and just have a look at the brands that are on the shelf. What appeals to you? I think our brains are quite good at kind of tuning in to what we like. So go into the drugstore, look at the shelves. What cleanser jumps out at you? Do you like the packaging? Do you like what the claims are on it? What do you like about it? And try it. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, you'll absolutely love it and it'll work really well for you, because our brains do kind of tune into the things that we need, the things that we want. So I think that's a really good place to start. Do that with a moisturizer. When it comes to a sunscreen, I would say, I don't know what country you're in, so I don't know exactly which recommendations. But again, the drugstore is where it's at. Go somewhere where you can swatch 1,000,001 on the back of your hand. Take some wet wipes, or buy some at the drugstore and then carry them around with you, because you'll want to wipe between each one. But just try so many different sunscreens and find out there will be one that you think, yeah, that feels really good. That feels really good. Buy it. I love it. That's how I would personally start my skincare routine journey. I think sometimes we overcomplicate it. We buy too many products at the start. Get the basics down. Cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. And then you can add bits in. I'd say the next step beyond that is to ask yourself, what is the thing that you want to change most about your skin? Is it hyperpigmentation? Is it the fine lines and wrinkles? Work out what you want to do, and then watch a YouTube video, preferably one of mine, but anyone's, on that topic, and take some of their suggestions and try them out one at a time, see what works for you. There's going to be a bit trial and error, but people are always saying, you know, oh, this is too late to start, or it's not. I think 61 is a perfect age to start your skincare routine, because you've got the life experience to know when brands are taking you on for your dinner money, so you're kind of a bit aware of some of the marketing, which will make choosing products easier, and hopefully like you'll see some really quick results, which I love. So yes, that were my recommendations. Thanks so much for joining the live stream. We're sending you lots and lots of love. Suzanne says, wait, did anyone see Stranger Things season 4? I did, Suzanne. I'm not telling anyone anything about it because I don't want to spoiler it. It's amazing, that's all I will say. And me and Tom hooked the whole way through. William says, quick stop, I'm working, but I wanted to stop in the show spot. If you celebrate Father's Day tomorrow, have a great day. Gotta go. William, love you. And actually, it's annoying. It's William. I know you're watching on replay. It's annoying that you're not here today because I took off slow mode. I worked out how to take off slow mode because I know you hated it so much. So slow mode is gone. So William, when you're next joining the live stream, you'll notice that change, and that's thanks to you. Sending you lots and lots of love. Sweet Tea said, Christina, that's true. If I drink all this, I'm going to be healthy for the year. This is true. Fristenberg says, Rob, did you end up skipping a lot of the comments when you lost where you were? Did I? Oh, did I? Oh, I thought I was doing quite well. I thought I was doing really well. And I was like, oh, I'm not too far behind. I think, did I skip like loads of the comments? I'm so sorry. If I did, I'm really sorry. If I haven't answered your question, I've missed it. Don't worry, we've got another half an hour of the live stream. We've got plenty of time. So if I missed your comment, I wasn't being rude. I didn't do it deliberately. I just sometimes get lost, so I'm really sorry. I thought I was doing too well, Kristenbeck. I thought I was doing too well. Let me know if I've missed your comment. Let me know, and I will answer all of them before we finish today's live. I promise you. Let's have a look. William says, "Derm E cleanser, smiley face, so good." William, so good. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Such a good product. Let's see where we are. So Dan says, Dr. V's daily range definitely not overpriced. Actually, quite drugstore price. It is. I will say one thing for the off the bat, the Dr. V skincare line, not overpriced for what you get. I will say that. I think the pricing is really good. Christine says, my partner is now using the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel twice a week, and I can't believe it. She never used exfoliators before because she was scared, but this one she likes. She has melasma and melia. This could be perfect then, because actually the melia, the lactic acid will really help with, and melasma, the kojic acid will help with. So this is what I love about our community. We're not like forcing products on people, like you will use this, you must use this. It's about like kind of encouraging people on that skincare journey, because the best skincare are the ones that you actually want to use day in, day out. You know what I mean? You look forward to using. And this makes me so happy, Christina. So sending lots and lots of love to your partner. A big kiss from me. Let's see. Bimo says, I wrote this earlier, 2.5 years, I just found you. Sending love from Sweden. I did miss so many comments. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry. Bimo, sending you lots and lots of love. I know, 2.5 years, but I'm so glad you've discovered our family. 850 people discovered our Mad About Skin family in the last week, which is mind-blowing to think of. So that's the new. So if anyone is a new subscriber here, we're sending you lots and lots of love. And Bimo, it's wonderful to have you. Love you so much. Eloise says, I love Superdrug Me Plus, as well as Boots Ingredients and Revolution Skincare and Mad About Skin. Oh, the fact, Eloise, that you included me in that list is music to my ears, because some of my favourite drugstore is Me Plus by Superdrug, Boots Ingredients, and Revolution Skincare. I used to hate Revolution Skincare. I thought they were a copycat of The Ordinary. Actually, I've realised their formulations are elevated beyond that of The Ordinary. Totally would recommend them. TNH says, speaking of new brands, thoughts on Rhode? I can't care for Justin Bieber and celebs, but I would buy it. Okay, thoughts on Rhode. I did a very brief shorts video, which actually has done phenomenally well. So clearly there's lots of appetite to hear about this brand out there. Thoughts on Rhode Skincare, which is the new Hailey Bieber skincare line. So price point, really good. It's not a cash grab, ridiculously overpriced skincare brand that celebrities launch. Kim Kardashian. It's actually quite well priced, I think. I think the formulations are good. I like the fact that they're offering fragrance and fragrance-free options of a lot of their products. I think this is a nice step forward and something I hope more brands do. So that's a big tick in the box. And I think, you know what? You'll get some really good outcomes from the products. I think they're well formulated. Things that I don't like the packaging. That's personal preference. It's a bit too bland for me. That's just personal preference. And I definitely think that their serum looks like a natural deodorant rather than a serum. Again, just my thoughts. I don't like how they've gone down that clean avenue. There's nothing wrong with clean beauty, clean skincare, if that's your thing. But I think when they say they demonize other things, we've taken out the toxic ingredients. I think that's kind of demonizing other brands and saying everyone else's is toxic, mine's great. Other brands don't have toxic ingredients in them. I don't like that word toxic in skincare. You know, if no products have arsenic in them, do you know what I mean? I think it's a little bit oversimplifying and a bit marketing, so I don't like that. And I really don't like the fact they've used food in all their imagery. Like the over dramatic way she's eating a strawberry in one of those pictures, and the glazed donut that she's gently caressing, it all makes me feel a bit nauseous. So I don't like that. But actually the products themselves are really good. So that's like my one-stop shop to Rhode skincare and what my thoughts and feelings are. I think if anyone does buy it, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to put a couple of the products on order to actually put them through their paces, and I'll let you know. Let's see, Sweet Tea says, got family in West Virginia. I could get this from them. My friends call it Applejack cider. I love that. I love fruity drinks in general. Beth said that's the best Yorkshire trait. Gotta love a freebie. This is it. Anyone that's out there in Yorkshire, you'll know what I mean. If it's free, we'll have it. Doesn't matter what it is. Literally doesn't matter what it is. Free, we'll have it. Elizabeth says, thank you to Christina and Rob for the information regarding Welder skin food products. I might do a little review. I might do a mini shorts review of Welder. I'll pop to Holland & Barrett, which is the health food store that they're stocked in here in the UK. Get a few of their products, and I might do a mini review. Let's see. Laura says, your family sounds wonderful. Laura, my family are very oddly like me. You could definitely, you know how some families you look and you think, how are they even related? Do you know what I mean? Like, my dad looks exactly like me, he sounds exactly like me, and he has exactly the same personality as me. My mum and me, for years when we were growing up, I love my mum to bits, clashed because we were basically the same person, though neither of us admit it. And now we get on like really, really well because we kind of have the same likes. Basically, we both like cocktails, so that's pretty much it. And my grandparents are absolutely amazing. They're some of the kindest people in the world. So yes, it's going to be a lush holiday. If my mum has anything to do with it, it's going to be cocktail fueled. And it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I think for me, I think the thing I'm looking forward to most is just spending like a week of just chilling with them and just enjoying the company. That's going to be so good. Swinny says, hi Rob, nobody in my life will ever wear sunscreen. It makes me crazy. I've become the sunscreen police. Wear your sunscreen. If you don't do anything else in life, wear sunscreen. Do we remember that song? Oh god, this is taking me back years. This was in my teens. Was it Baz Luhrmann, Everyone's Free to Wear Sunscreen song? It got to #1 here in the UK. It probably wasn't an international thing. It got to #1 here in the UK. Basically, it was like, the song was this really weird spoken word thing that was like, for all your faults and all the things you do wrong in life, just wear sunscreen and it'll all be good. I kind of agree. That takes me back. I bet if I listened to it again now, it'd be so cringe. Sound off in the comments if anyone remembers that song. TNH says, where's the cruise going to? I forgot. We're doing the fjords. You didn't forget. You got it right. We're doing the fjords. It's going to be amazing. So anyone in Norway that happens to live in a fjord, come and wave as I go past. Let's see. John says, I'm from Essex, and I like that. It was a good cruising life. I love. I love a good cruising life session. We'll be able to see it. I'll take you on board my holiday with me so you can all see it. Elizabeth says, Rob, what's your opinion about Jum Iso, I hope I pronounced that right, vitamin C cleanser, which is of interest to me. Is it worth it or is it a better dupe? So I haven't personally tried that brand. I haven't tried anything from them, so I might look into them a bit more detail. My thoughts on vitamin C cleansers is you get more benefit from a vitamin C in a leave-on treatment rather than a wash-off one. I would personally use vitamin C cleansers if you have super sensitive skin so you can't tolerate other vitamin Cs. Then a cleanser will irritate the skin less because you're washing it off. Overall, I personally would go for a normal cleanser without vitamin C and then use your vitamin C serum on top. If you've got very resilient skin, no sensitivity, you can use both. You can use vitamin C cleanser and you can use vitamin C serum for just a little added brightening. I've used vitamin C cleansers in the past and they do brighten around the margins, but I'd say the result's like 5% what you get from a vitamin C serum. So I would say use it alongside a vitamin C serum if your skin will permit, and if you like the texture of it, go for it. I haven't personally tried it, but I do know the formulation is well received in the community, so I think it's a good formulation. I just say, do you need vitamin C in your cleanser? Would you not be better having it in a serum? It depends on the skin type. Let's see who we've got. So Loz says hi. Hello, Loz. Great to see you, my love. Me says the scalp is part of our skin. What do you think about shampoos for thinning hair, such as Nioxin? I think shampoos for thinning hair, treatments in general for thinning hair have their place. They're regulated as medicines here in the UK, so I would personally recommend going to see a dermatologist, which will deal with the scalp, the hair, alongside the skin. I think there's a place for them, but I would recommend you go and get a proper diagnosis, because thinning hair can often be a sign of something else going on in the body, so you kind of want to rule that out before you then try covering up the symptom, if that makes sense. So I'd recommend going to see a dermatologist, getting that diagnosis, making sure it's all good. Luz says, will you recommend Face Theory? I do. So I love Face Theory. I love some of their products. However, most of their products don't contain traditional preservatives, which mean they have a very short shelf life. So I find the shelf life is actually half what the brand recommends, which is one of the reasons why I stopped using them as much. I buy a product expecting it to last 6 months, and it lasts 3. So I end up wasting it because see it's separated. So as long as you use products quickly, Face Theory will be really good. My favourites, I love their Salicylic toner, beautiful 2% BHA with Centella Asiatica. I love their Lumisalia serum, which is their Azoleic Acid, and it's called Azoclear now, I think it is, Lumisalia Azoclear, one of the two, and I love their Polypipe serum as well, also so good. I will never know what Irene says because I've just lost where I am. No, I'll find it. Bear with. Irene says, there we are. It's so nice to go on holiday with Mom. I lost my dad a few years ago, so we go together. We went to the Maldives. I went to the Maldives years ago. It was stunning. Like, stunning. Irene, I think, our time on planet Earth is very short. We should live it to the most and share, so we can share in all our family and everything, which is one of the main reasons I'm so excited about this one. So yes, I go back to the Maldives now we can. I promise you'll love it. Teenage says, I don't like Taylor Swift because she gives Sagittarius a bad rep because she has zero sense of humour. Oh, the shade of it all. I don't know. I'm a Gemini, so I can't be offended. Sweet Tea says, wear sunscreen and bug repellent. If you're in Florida, bug repellent and sunscreen. I agree. Totally agree. Monica says, I loved your vitamin C videos. I've given up on L-ascorbic acid. Currently using Medicate C Tetra THD. Tips for THDs without Face Theory, without fragrance, essential oils for sensitive skin. Great idea. So, I'll have to look that up because I've got lots of recommendations, but I need to check which ones are fragrance-free and suitable for sensitive skin. So, Monica, would you mind dropping that comment in the main comment section? I'll respond to it straight after this live stream. I've got some product recommendations in mind. I just want to make sure they are fragrance-free and suitable for sensitive skin. I love vitamin C, but like everything in skincare, you have to you have to match the product you choose to your individual skin type. Dan says, oh my God, Rob, no, not been a red stan. I love that song. I won't have a bad word said about it. Love it. John says, I've ordered the basics from Amazon Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gentle Cleanser, $5. £5. I'd love to see, John. What's your thought on it? Is that the one? Did you get the fragrance one or the fragrance free? Because most Neutrogena products come fragrance or fragrance free. You can kind of choose. Let's see. John loved the Ultra sunscreens. So, the game changer when I discovered those. Kirsten says, I'm trying to send a donation, but it's not working. I'm so sorry. Oh, Kirsten, thank you so much. That's so kind. That is really kind of you. And you know what? I do appreciate each and every one of you and your generosity. I don't expect anything from anyone. And anyone that does want to contribute, it is, it makes my day. So thank you so much. And Kirsten, don't worry about it. That's your kindness. Very much appreciated. Teresa said, do you have a recommendation for a mid-priced retinol similar to Geek and Gorgeous A-Game? The only one that I found even vaguely similar is the one by Avène. People really love that one and recommend it. It's got a similar texture. It's got a similar concentration. They're the only two affordable drugstore retinol-based products that I've discovered. I'm going to keep searching because I'd love to find more, but that's kind of the ones that I'd recommend. William says testing slow mode. William is just spamming us now to test slow mode. I love you, William. I love you. Suzanne says Stranger Things. Tell me, no spoilers, but Max's song scene, I rewatched it countless times. It's on YouTube and oh my God, goosebumps gold. Agreed. Totally agreed. Here, thanks to Stranger Things, Kate Bush is now #1 in the UK charts this week because of someone playing it on their Walkman on Stranger Things. A very poignant moment. Kind of understand why that's the case. I do love that song. Let's see. Christy says, oh, hey, good to see you, Rob. Good to see you, Christy. Been a long time and lovely to see you. So can't remember if you ever did a video involving Neogen Sunscreen and if you're a fan. Never tried it. So I haven't done a video on it. Never tried it. But I will put one on order if you'd like to review it. Let me know. If you want a review, let me know. I'll pop one on order and do it. Dawn says, you're doing well with answering comments. There are so many. Thank you, Dawn. I get through them. My problem is I get sidetracked sidetracked very easily. Go off on a tangent, then we end up behind. I'm doing very well today because I think I skipped about 100 comments in the middle. I'm really sorry about that. If I missed yours, not deliberate, sound off in the comments and I'll answer your comment. Promise. John says, shall I use the ordinary serum AM? Yes. Use it in the AM. You can use it in the PM as well. You can use it both. I would say use it in the morning if you only want to use it once a day. Tetra says, thanks for answering, dear Rob. It's a pleasure, Wendy. Sending you lots and lots of love. Moon Wisp said, I love that name, said, whatever I do with my skincare, I never achieve a healthy glow. It always looks dull and tired. I'm in my 50s and currently using the ordinary. Any advice, please? I think a good vitamin C can really help. Go for something with and tranexamic acid as well. The two things that I think have made the biggest difference to the glow and luminosity, vitamin C and tranexamic acid. If you use those two once a day, I think you'll honestly be able to achieve some really great results. Be patient. It'll take a good 3 months of introducing them, but then you'll have your glow game on point, I promise. If you want some recommendations for vitamin C's and tranexamic acid, let me know. I'll quite happily recommend. Let's see. Just says, I love Revolution Skin Ceramide Moisturizer and the Bella Machine 2%. Both game changing. That Ceramide Moisturizer, so good. Great dupe for CeraVe. It's also cruelty free. What's not to love? Marley says, are there any updates on the Mad About Skin sunscreens? Looking forward to the mineral one. Yes, the chemical one is coming out first. Hopefully end of July. The mineral one is going to follow a couple of weeks later. The only reason that there's a difference is the manufacturing is taking longer on the mineral one. So that's the only reason there's like a little bit of a difference in there. Let's see. Eloise says, my daughter is getting good results from the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel on her acne, but it's not irritating her eczema. Yes. It's really good. She could just use the oily areas and not the mega dry patches. Eloise, this makes me so happy. It's so happy, and thank you so much for sharing. That's put such a smile on my face. Just says, I've ordered brow serum, Mandelic 10%. Love that Mandelic acid from the ordinary. Lactic 10% and Pink Nodule. Great choice of products, John. I love their Mandelic acid, one of my favourites on the market. Joseph says, it's just a shame that Boots Ingredients refuse to give the percentages, at least for their lactic acid. This is true. It's funny because they'll tell me what the percentages are. If I email them and say what are the percentages, they'll tell me. And then other people email and like, no, can't tell you, secret. So I don't know why they can tell one. I don't know. And I've emailed just as like a consumer. I've not been like, you know, I run a skincare channel, tell me the info. So I don't know why they tell some people and not. It's very weird. And I think all brands should be open and transparent about their percentages so we know what we're putting on our face. Shelley, great to see you. Says, popped in to say hi and leave a like. We'll catch the replay squad. Shelley, great to see you, my love, and sending you lots and lots of love when you watch this on replay. Elizabeth says, yes, please, Rob, regarding the world of skin food. Looking forward to the video. I cannot wait. I'm going to go to Holland Barrett. It's an excuse to skincare shop. Go to Holland Barrett tomorrow. I'll pick up some of their products and share it with you all. Suzanne said, I need to see Rob's dad now. Cruise pictures to follow, I promise. I think we look similar because my dad's ridiculously young. Like, my mum and dad had me quite young. So, like, my dad is, like, 55, I think. I should know this. My mum's, like, 54, I think. Again, should know this. So, they're ridiculously young. And so we're kind of on the same, like, wavelength with everything, which is amazing. I think just makes it so much easier. So you just look quite a lot like me. I'll take cruise pictures and show you all. Makeup Boy says, I'm back. Just got home and now I'm taking a mega pint of wine and watching this live. Love you, Makeup Boy. Sending you lots and lots of love. Tom says, I think Rob's mum and dad should join the live stream next week. Oh, I might actually. It's not next weekend. It's the weekend after. 2 weekends time. Yes. I might talk them into it. Let me know if you'd like that. Christine says, oh, I love that sunscreen song. It's like 30 years old at least. I know, it's great. Beth also loved that sunscreen song. I think it was a European or UK and Ireland thing. Amina said, the best cream cleanser I really recommend is the Dr. Organics Rose Cleansing Milk. Love the scent of rose. I might try that one out. Thank you for the heads up. Wendy says, yeah, remembering that song. Suzanne says, I'm going to repeat because you might have missed it, but what company was that hydrocolloid nose strip from? And can I get it in the EU? Which hydrocolloid nose strip? Which was that? You're going to have to trick my memory, Suzanne. Which hydrocolloid nose strip? Which one did I use now? I'm trying to think back. Remind me which one I mean. When did I mention it? And I'll tell you. Eloise, I've been packing so many orders today. My brain is like mush. Eloise says, the Revolution packaging is so bougie. I'm using their 12.5% vitamin C, retinol 1%, copper peptides, and gold eye patches. Those gold eye patches, It makes you feel like a film star in your own home. Love them. Haley says, Rob, I'm on a Decim's website right now. What hyaluronic products do you recommend for a first-time trier? Totally would recommend the Sub-Q Skin and the Sub-Q Mist. They're like my holy grails. Love them. I also really like the Pore Blur if you want a bit of a primer action before any makeup. Also really good. Also, the 2 Sub-Q products are apparently coming back under the Ordinary banner later in the year, so they might not be discontinued after all, which yes. Monica says, I'll be waving on your fjords holiday. Monica, we love a bit of Norway action. Love, love, love you. Tom says, don't get hooked on Hylamide. The Sub-Q Skin Freak, but the product's been discontinued. True, but I think they could be coming back under the Ordinary. I'm crossing my fingers. Elizabeth says, I've been using Dr. Brenner Vitamin C. Love that. Vitamin C Folic Acid Serum for 2 years. I want to do a double whammy for more brightness. If your skin has tolerated that Dr. Brenner, Elizabeth, use a Vitamin C cleanser. Yeah, you'll just get a little extra potency from it. So yes, absolutely. Treat yourself. Go for that vitamin C cleanser. Use it alongside the Dr. Brenner. You will love it. Kirsten says, I'm going to keep trying Super Chat. I've got the tranexamic acid by the Inculist, but I'm told to use it at night, but now it's saying completely different. Yes, this is really confusing. So the Inculist had the tranexamic acid overnight treatment. Designed to be used overnight. All of a sudden, they rebranded it the tranexamic acid serum, and everyone's like, "Is it the same product? Why did they change it?" It's exactly the same product. The reason they changed it is because they wanted to change the directions to use it morning or evening rather than just evening. And this is the case. You can use tranexamic acid in the morning. It's fine. But they had to change the name of it because obviously you can't say use whenever you want and then call it a night treatment. So it's exactly the same product, but they've just taken away the advice that you can only use it at night. So yes, Kirsten, you can absolutely use it in the morning. I use my tranexamic acid in the morning. Suzanne said, don't forget to gently press that like button. Do as Suzanne says. She knows her stuff, does Suzanne? I'm going to take a big sip of my tea. So this gives you a great opportunity to minimize the chat, caress that like button, maximize the chat, and it'll take you back to where you were so you never miss anything. We're 7 likes away from 100. I've got quite a few questions to get through, so I'm going to keep going until I've got to the end of these questions. And the likes sustain me and keep me going. Well, this tea does. So good. That Betty's tea. Oh, so good. Like, I honestly couldn't fangirl enough about that Betty's tea. It is game-changingly good. Right, let's see. We've got why do I always lose where I am? Here we are. Eloise, oh no, wait, that was in reply to Kirsten. John says, Geek and Gorgeous are amazing, but you have to spend €65 to get free shipping. This is true. I hope in this year that Geek and Gorgeous do something about their shipping because it's quite expensive relative to other brands. I like that they have, if you spend this much, you get free shipping. I applaud that, but I think they could do it a bit cheaper. Just a little bit. Silver says, I love Basil Lerman. Still find that legit advice. It's good advice. For a #1 song, legit advice. Doesn't matter what you do in your life, wear sunscreen. Good. Done. Kirsten said, thank you, Christine. We love you, Kirsten. I love the fact that you guys chat amongst yourselves in these live streams. It just proves it's like a family and a community, which I love. Christine says, my seagull is calling me. He visits me daily for food. I love you, Christina. Do you know what, Christina? I'm just going to take a moment to say, I love you as much as I love this Betty's tea. Honestly, you always cheer me up so much. I can't have pets because of the landlord, so I decided to tempt my seagull. Oh, so here in the UK, they've just banned the no pets policy for landlords, which is great because you know what, pets are great for people's mental health, and you know what, people can destroy houses even more than pets. The assumption that you have a pet and it's going to destroy your house isn't true. None of my pets destroy my house, and so they've now outlawed landlords banning pets. So no longer can say pets not allowed, which is such a great step forward because I think the power of pets with supporting people's mental health, particularly after everything we've been through in the last 2 years, is so underappreciated. So I'm so glad that change has happened. Heather says, I'm using the Skin Lab Vitamin C in the blue bottle because I'm super sensitive and it's been doing a good job so far. Great vitamin C. You have to use it frequently to get the results, but for sensitive skin, it's a great product. Suzanne said, Rob, would you be interested in making a body lotion? I've used your moisturizer everywhere and I need a bigger tube. Yeah, so we're going to do the moisturizer, the standard Mad About Skin moisturizer in a 300 or 350. We're working out the final things. Pump that you can use straight after the shower to get all that hydration. So yes, watch this space coming in the next couple of months. But we're also going to be doing a twist in the next, probably going to be over the next 9 months. We're going to do a body treatment specifically for KP, you know, the old chicken skin on the backs of the arms, tops of the thighs. That's going to just smooth everything out. So there's a specific body lotion in the works, but we're going to do a larger size in the moisturizer that's going to suit everybody. I can't wait. Irene says, I love Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. I used it as my spinning class this morning. That's a song that's #1 here in the UK at the moment. And I love that song, so I'm glad it's getting recognition. I'm using your serum before the A-Game 10. Is that okay? Absolutely. Perfect combination. It'll just buffer it slightly, meaning you'll get less redness and irritation from the A-Game 10. So good. Listen, Alicia said, I'll be trying all of your sunscreens. Thank you so much. I can't wait to launch them for you guys. It's just gonna be like, I feel I'm super excited about this launch, like super excited. Suzanne said, imagine Rob's dad does a video instead of Rob. They'll never address it and they pretend nothing happened. Oh my God. That would be amazing. Should we just do that? Should we just let my dad do the live stream? He knows nothing about skincare, like nothing about. To be fair, he's got great skin. He swears by a good tub of E45 cream. He just puts that all over and calls it quits. He does use a sunscreen though, and he has really good skin. So we could ask, as long as you guys want recommendations like use E45 cream and shut up, which is what my dad would say, because he's quite blunt as a Yorkshireman. So as long as you want that sort of recommendation, he can do the live stream next week. Get Fit by Susan says, I love that name. Says, do I apply Tretinoin, faded topicals, or ordinary hyaluronic acid serum first? I personally would use the hyaluronic acid serum, then the faded, then the Tretinoin. That way you'll let them, and the Tret is last, so you get minimum risk of irritation. I think that will be, you don't have irritation with Tret anyway, so that should be fine. But I would personally use hyaluronic acid, faded, then the Tret. And welcome. I think it's the first comment you've left, sending you lots and lots of love. Heather said it was the Hero No Strip. That's it. That's the one. Hero No Strip. Definitely recommend. Love it. Peace Out also do a no strip. You're right, Debbie, and I also really like that one. Kirsty said, I'm really trying, but PayPal no cards work it's on. Well, Kirsty, thank you so much, love. I honestly just know that it's super appreciated. I love each and every one of you so much. I know that on these live streams, it just feels like family, and I think we get the same people each week, which is really nice, so we can kind of build a community, which I'm all about, but also it's just nice to chat to each and every one of you. Love you all so much. And Kirsten, love you. Laura, let's see. Irene says, it's great to have young parents. My mum was 20 years old when she had me. Yeah, same. My mum was, I think, 19, I think. I should know this. It is quite cool to have young parents. It kind of feels like we're in the same demographic. Though, do you know what? Shall I tell you a little bit of a story, because we're way over time and I've got loads of comments, but you know what, let's just keep chatting. Problem with having young parents is when you break the rules. So my mom was a great believer in letting us do our own thing, as long as we weren't doing anything dangerous, illegal, or impacting other people. She kind of was like, yeah, live your life, do what you want. So I was like 16 and I decided we were going to go like clubbing. And back in the day when clubbing was even a thing, I can't remember it now, I'm too old for that. And me and my friend went like clubbing, and we couldn't get into this club, so we went to this like wine bar style, like it wasn't a wine bar, it was like a wine bar with a dance floor next door, and we were like, oh my God, we're underage and we're in this bar, it's gonna be amazing. And I was feeling pretty cool, like, you know, hip. Looking back, I had like dyed bleached hair, I had like an oversized lumberjack like shirt on and ripped jeans. I looked a hot mess, but anyway, I was there. I think I got a gin and tonic. I was feeling super sophisticated and like breaking all the rules, and it's great. Then all of a sudden, like, this noise says, Rob, woo, turn around, my mother's there, out with all her gal pals in the same club. I was like, I have never been so embarrassed in all my life. You know when you just don't want your parents gate crashing? Went up to my mum and said, one of us is going to have to leave. My mum was like, better be you then. See you later. And then I left. So my first like breaking the rules clubbing experience, my mother was there. That's the problem with having young parents. Though, you know what? Now, I would happily go to a wine bar and have a dance. Like, me and my mum would be hitting that dance floor on that cruise every single night. So now it's all fine. But at the time, I was like, I have never been so embarrassed in all my life. Let's see. I had said I hated the Inclis tranexamic acid treatment. It was the first thing I tried, and the only thing from the brand was Q10 serum. I love the Q10 serum. I actually personally like the tranexamic acid serum, but I think it depends on your skin type and all of that. No, you were right, Suzanne. It was that Hero one. It was ages ago. And I did get my recommendation from James Welsh, so you didn't get mixed up, Suzanne. You can absolutely use those two. Love them. Love both of them. Oh, wait. I've done that thing where I've definitely missed where we are in the chat. I'm going to try. I'm back. I feel like I'm catching up with myself. It's all good. We're getting there. Let's see. Elizabeth says, we are 94 likes, folks. Please give Rob that love by hitting the like button to bring it to 100. We've just crossed 100. Yes. Thank you all so much for gently caressing that like button. And it does mean that if Elizabeth wrote that comment, I'm just reading now at 94 likes, I'm not that far behind the comments, which is good. It's a good feeling. Iris says, I love your exfoliating gel. My skin feels soft. And after the lip balm, oh my goodness, thank you. Everyone seems to be loving the lip balm, which makes me so, so happy because I wanted to create a product that genuinely had added benefit rather than just being like an overpriced, like, grease slick, which a lot of lip balms are. So I'm so it just makes me so happy that everyone's loving it and showing in the love. So thank you. Mally says, Rob, what do you think about the chemical sunscreens entering the bloodstream? Do you think there's danger of that? So there are studies that show that some of the chemicals within chemical sunscreens are absorbed through the skin into the bloodstream. That's not really disputed. What is disputed is whether it does any damage when it's in there. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a research expert in this. I personally did some research of my own, and it made me think I'm fine to use chemical sunscreens. That's the conclusion I came to. But I would always say to people, it's your body. You make the decisions for your own. You know, we're autonomous over our own bodies, and you make the decisions that's right for you. So I would encourage everyone to read up about it. Read a range of sources, not just the first one you find, because you don't want to read some scaremongering and be like, oh, I'm over it. Read a range of sources and then come to your own conclusion. I personally decided for me wasn't a problem, but different people might have different interpretations of that. And I think a lot of people get called out for, like, people who say, I don't use chemical sunscreens because I'm worried about that. You'll hear people say, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Cancer's more dangerous than this. Well, yes, it is. But to call people an idiot and demonize them for a legitimate concern they might have, I just think it's petty and silly. For me, it's all about doing what's right for you, researching, putting your body, yourself first, and working out. I use chemical sunscreens. I prefer the way they apply. As somebody who has had cancerous moles removed from the body in the past, I prioritize that above all else. And chemical sunscreens apply best for me. They work best with my skin type, and I use them. But equally, there are mineral options for people that aren't that comfortable with it. It's just all about doing what works for you. If you even in a nano amount of doubt, use a mineral sunscreen. The main thing is you're using a sunscreen. It doesn't matter mineral, chemical, you do you. Hybrids are great as well. Hybrid sunscreens are kind of where it's at because you get all the benefits of a chemical sunscreen with fewer chemicals because you've got a mineral component in it too. Love hybrid sunscreens. Christine says, I'm just looking at these chickens. They're still carrying on. They just don't like the wind. Bless them. They just don't like the wind. I can't do anything about it. I'll give one of them a hug. She looks particularly like traumatized by the wind. I'll go give her a hug. Christine says, oh my god, Rob, I absolutely love you too. And I really hope Ireland follows and doesn't allow landlords to ban pets anymore. My heart really needs a cat and a doggy. Everyone, you can borrow one of mine, Christina, because mine have been trying to pack orders and they've been all over the place. Had to lock them out. They got that much. So like Teenage says, I love pets, but I know way too many people are going to get dogs in flats, then leave them to be miserable and bark all day. That's true. I think if you're going to get one, you do have to look after it. And if you're in a flat, I think you have to be extra mindful of any noise that your animals make. I'm lucky, mine don't make noise, which is great, but some do. And I think we have to be mindful and we have to be considerate pet owners. I always promote that. Heather says, everyone should have a pet if they're not abusive and they're they do have yes, some people that can't look after them shouldn't have pets. And obviously, you know, it has to fit your budget, your lifestyle and all of that. But if you can, I think they add so much great joy to our lives. Beth says, unfortunately, we had our little doggy put to sleep this week. This live has really cheered me up today. Thank you, Rob. Beth. Unfortunately, I think a lot of us have experienced that in our life, so we know what you're going through, and I'm sending you so much love. And those people, there are people out there, I know when I lost my greyhound, there were people out there that said, well, it's just a dog. Like, it's, no, they're family members. At the end of the day, they're family members the same way anybody else is a member of our family. And so I totally get it, Beth. And you know what? I'm sending you so much love and the world's biggest hug. Mally says, would you consider creating products with retinol, retinaldehyde? I will be working on retinol in the future. I don't want to have too many products in the pipeline because it'll get very confusing. And obviously I want to invest as much time in the formulation of each one as possible to give high quality. But there is something in the pipeline. I'll just say watch this space. It won't be this year, but who knows? Eloise says, and it will be with retinaldehyde because I think that's a gap in the market that needs to be filled. Eloise says, I agree. People are much worse than animals with making a mess and destroying things. My experience of one of my teenagers versus 2 cats and 4 rabbits. I know, teenagers, they should be banned from flats. Teenagers. Not animals. Suzanne said, April, and sorry for anyone that's in their teens out there, I'm sure you're all very civilised. Suzanne said, April Foods next year, get your dad to do the video. Oh, done. Absolutely done. He would as well. My daddy's up for a laugh anytime. Sweet Tea said, Beth, I just lost my beautiful cat at the beginning of the week. I understand, I'm so sorry. To anyone out there that's having, the reason I wanted to do these lives is to keep us all sane in a world where things can get a bit crazy, and I'm just sending you all so much love. Christine says, Rob, you know what? You recommended a long time ago the E45 spray cream when I asked, and I adored it. So thanks to your dad. I got that recommendation off Dad. If it's got E45 in it, my dad's buying it. He also really likes their bath oil. It's supposed to be really good. I haven't tried it because I don't need oils in my life. I've too much of that already, but he swears by it, loves it. Let's see. Wendy says, to have your dad on as well, that would be a real treat. Go for it, Rob. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Let's see. Yeah, sweet tea. Honestly, I'm sending you so much love. I know. I think if anyone that's lost a pet knows exactly what people are going through, and I'm sending you so much love. Heather says, I have all kinds of animals. My husband is a wildlife animal operator. That's such a cool job. So I take care of babies with no moms, raccoons, birds, squirrels, alligators, turtles, monkeys, dogs, horses, you name it. Wow. Heather, I'm coming around to yours. I want to meet all of these animals. I love it, and you're doing great work. So thank you so much. On behalf of all of the pets and animals, wanted and unwanted, out there in the world. Teenagers, start bumping into your mum at the club. I know. I wouldn't do it now. The idea of clubbing now. So Dan says, Rob, what do you think of putting a tinted mineral sunscreen for UVA protection over a chemical sunscreen? You can do that. I know Dr. Dre's a big fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of it because I think it's two products. It'll feel really heavy. My skin's greasy enough as it is. I prefer to reach for a chemical sunscreen that has a tint, has those iron oxides in there, so you kind of get it in two for one product. But yes, the studies do show you get enhanced protection by putting iron oxides in a product. So yeah, definitely legitimate reasons for it. But I would think, do that. And also the prolonged protection argument is a really interesting one. European sunscreens and Korean sunscreens are designed for long-term protection. So US ones with the older style filters that are unstable and so tend to degrade quite quickly. So you lose that protection. So you're less needing to do that if you're in the UK and Europe and you can access those sort of sunscreens. Let's have a look. Elizabeth said, I'm confessing to chicken skin. Self-portrait, by the way. Looking for your product. I've been using the Haters St. Ives scrub. Do you know what? St. Ives apricot scrub really did help with my chicken skin, my KP. So no shade whatsoever, Elizabeth. I've done it in the past. It did really work. Let's have a look. Elizabeth said, likes at 104. Yes, we blasted through the 100 and they're now at 105, so I'm not far behind these comments. I'm on a roll. I'm going to get to the end, though. I'm going to get to an end. I promise. Let's see. Tom says, losing a pet is one of the worst things in the world. Yeah, you know what, Tom? I don't think you ever get over it. You kind of just live with it, you know what I mean? You don't get over. They're always in our memories, and over time, the sadness is replaced by the really happy memories that we've had with them. But it takes time. And don't let anyone tell you that you need to get over something or it needs to happen quicker. Everyone's unique. It all happens in our own time. Suzanne says, pregnancy and chemical sunscreens is a nightmare. Yes. Everywhere you go, it's a different story. Dermatologists online say different things. It's a mess. It's true. It is true. And I would say, if you're in even a little doubt, use a mineral sunscreen. The thing we forget, just as a side note, with sunscreens in general is sunscreens are half of the story. Actually, covering up, not avoiding the sun in the midday when it's at its most intense, covering up, using sunglasses, a sun hat if you can. These are all equally as important as your sunscreen. So people say sunscreen and they're out to go. Actually, cover up where you can. Use a sun hat, some sunglasses. It helps a lot, and stay out of the midday sun when it's at its most intense. That's kind of the basis, and then get a good mineral sunscreen to go on top if you're in any doubt at all. Christine says, I hope I get some cat hair with the next order. I tried to keep them away to avoid that very same thing, but who knows? I might just sprinkle a little in for you, Christina. Get Fit by Susan says, Rob, do you know any Korean Japanese sunscreens that has iron oxide? I don't. They just don't. That's because in Korea, the popular look is super pale, super white, so you often have sunscreens that actually have components in them to give a white cast in a way that we try to avoid that in the West. They actually like that. So you'll practically never find iron oxides in Korean sunscreens because that would darken the skin, and that's just not what's popular in Korea and Japan, which is why in the Asian markets you tend not to see that. If I come across one, I will let you know, but I think it'd be very rare to find. Let's have a look. Heather says, I love your house and have an acre yard fenced in, so I have a lot of pets. Yeah, I love my pets. I won't be without them. And the more naughty they are, the better. Let's be honest. We all love those demonic pets that drive us mad. Let's see. Kirsty says, "Oh, I used to go out with my mum, dad, and sister." Oh yeah, I would now. Do you know what? I'd be out on that dance floor. You wait to see me. Anyone that's going on a cruise to the Norwegian fjords from Southampton on the 2nd of July, prepared to see me tearing up that dance floor with my mother. Let's see. Sandra says, "Glad you're still doing live streams. Most relaxing part of the week." Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much for watching. Jazz says, "The fiercer, the better. The more gratifying the love feels in the end." This is true. The more grief they give you, the more gratifying it feels in the end. I agree. Let's see. Heather says, "I used a Can Make Mermaid Essence. $12. Amazing. Never tried the Essence. Love their sunscreen, though. Love their sunscreen. Might actually try that." John says, "Sun safety. Totally agree. I love organic filters. I'm using Ultra-Risk, but maximum UVA protection." Key, I think we always fixate on the SPF. You need to also figure out how to use the sun safely and also the UVA protection. All things covered. Sophie says, "Oh my god, I've just been doing a bit of facial massage on my forehead. I went a bit heavy-handed as 2 little red bruisey spots have appeared." Oh, Sophie, don't worry, they'll disappear, don't worry. Gentle taps with the facial massage. Sweet Tea said, "The romp is kicking in." Sounds good. TNH says, "Where's Lorne?" This is my puppy. I think he's upstairs. I'll look out for him after this. Christina says, "I do miss seeing Marcel during the lives. Maybe one day." Where is Marcel? Yeah, the thing is, I can't even call him. He's stubborn. He wouldn't come if I called him. But I'll make sure next week, I'll make sure you have a Marcel. Promise. Just for you, Christina. Laura says, "Rob, you're totally right. My boyfriend still talks about his dog from when he was a teen. My dog, Molly, when I grew up, she, superstar, nicest dog in the whole wide world. She was gorgeous. Little collie. She was so sweet. She had the when she got rained on, her ears would go crimpy. She did my paper round with me every single day. Come rain or shine, torrential rain, she still wanted to go on that walk. She's such a little sweetheart. And do you know what's really fun? Oh no, I can't say that because that would... I was just going to say the funniest thing. I was just going to say that still now I use her name in a lot of... I can't say that because it would compromise every single one of everything in my life. Kirsten said it's the worst thing to pay. It is. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. And Louis says, "Come on, Lorne and Marcel, we need to live with the chickens." I don't know when Lorne is. I don't think he is actually here. I don't think he is. Let's see if I can call him. Lorne! Lorne dog! What's this? No, I don't think he's going to come. No, I think he's trapped somewhere upstairs. I'll have to go release him. Let's see. And Fristerberg says, "Update on the Hodjika." There we go. It was interesting. I like the taste. Very nutty, but the smell was a bit weird. Okay, I'm going to try it. I love any tea. I'm going to try it. I'm going to make a note of that. How am I spelling that? Hodjika. I'm going to make a note. I've got my pen on it. Teenage said, "You guys need to stop talking about your dogs." I'm going to tear up. I know. Let's see. And Peter, I hope it's... Oh, here he is. Lonnie, come... Oh. It's not just me sending love. It's this little jerk. Yes, hello. Hello, yes. Say hello to everybody. Somebody, I'm not saying who, might be in trouble today because I went to the butcher's to buy some lovely kebabs for tonight's dinner, and somebody, when I stopped off to get petrol, jumped in the back seat, ripped open the bag and ate half of a pork kebab, didn't they? He says no. He said nothing to do with him. But he is, yes. So we had a little bit of a... I didn't speak to him for about an hour. I was really looking forward to that kebab. But now we're friends. We're friends again out with Lorne. And it's all good. Yeah, he has sweet tea. He's gotten so big. Look, this is the full size. This is him at full size, isn't it, Lorne? Is you full size? Oh, don't show too much interest, will you? Sorry, are we boring you? Oh, never mind. But he is a, he is a little superstar. He just yawned. Everyone's seen the inside of your mouth now. Lovely. Suzanne says, "Pork kebab sounds fair. Who wouldn't demolish that?" Well, it was raw, and you know what? I'm just hoping it doesn't work its way through too dramatically. Louise says, "Reminds me of our cat running off with a battered sausage." This I love. And that takes us, I can't believe it, I've actually got to the end of the comments. I did so by missing half of them in the middle, which I'm really sorry about, guys. So if I missed your comment, sound off it in the comment section below and let me know what it is, and I'll get back to you straight away. Thank you for each and every one of you spending your Saturday nights with me here on Mad About Skin. It's been wonderful to see you all, as always, for keeping me company, and I love love each and every one of you so unbelievably much. Now, I'm going to go put those kebabs in the oven and get on with packing even more orders that have come in. So thank you so much. And I'm sending you all so much love and a massive hug. Love you. Bye.